All right. Going live again. Happy Sunday to everybody that's watching me right now or going to be watching me on the replay. I really appreciate it. You could be doing anything. Sorry. You could be doing anything with your time right now, but you decided to get on here and watch me. I really appreciate it. So I'm going live on TikTok and I'm going live on YouTube. Thank you all for watching me. I really hope that y'all having a great day. Um, I'm excited about continuing to share each and every week different things that I want to talk about. And then hopefully I can get more people to subscribe or view my channel and talk about more different things on here also. Um thank you all for joining or watching the replay. I really appreciate it. So I want to get straight to it. I want to just, people go come in and they go view and all that other stuff. So that's what I'm gonna continue to do. So I do want to talk about make sure that I'm good, make sure that I got someone screening. Okay, so I do want to talk about bad relationships. Um, so many different things I do when we talk about bad relationships. Oh, also want to start off and say I normally go live at 7, but I decided to go live early because I know the NBA playoffs and WrestleMania, and a lot of people are into it and ready for watch that. So I just try to go early and everything so I can kind of like, already have it out there for people that want to catch the replay. But do want to talk about bad relationships. Um, when you talk about bad relationships, you talk about a lot of things that is forming a bad relationship or making a bad relationship. And when you have that, it brings so many different vibes and so many different things that you just don't want to deal with. For me personally, I experienced a lot of bad relationships in my life, a lot of bad friendships, a lot of things that I wanted to like really try to be with someone and they was in a bad relationship, or just in general trying to form a bad relationship. And I had to learn that from secondhand that you can't put nothing positive when there's so much negative. You can't put nothing positive when there's so much negative, because you got to have an equal opportunity of positive and negative, or just have more positive than you have negative. And I can talk about my stuff and everything because for a long time, if y'all see me kind of looking up and down, I'm looking at comments and everything. So I'm trying to like vision on that and also talk. Um, from my own personal experience with going to a bad relationship, it was just toxic for me. I didn't understand how toxic it could be because I was trying to be a part of something that I shouldn't have been a part of. And it takes going through experience and everything to help you become more wiser and become more discerning. That's why I ask God for discernment and everything, because you don't want to put yourself in any kind of situations that are going to hurt you. Okay, some people already have bad situations about them, bad uh chemistry, bad a lot of stuff. And if you know you're a person with a good heart and you trying to engage or be a part of someone that already has that, it's going to backfire. You're going to learn certain things about certain people that is going to rub you the wrong way. And sometimes you can't be naive, and sometimes you can't overlook. You have to see it for what it is. Okay, you got to see people for who they are from the get go. You got to look at them. You got to analyze them with your mind and your eyes, and not to study them or focus on them, but you got to pick up certain things. People, like I say, people gonna let you know about them from the get go. Once you pick up certain thing about somebody, you gonna already know. Okay, that's a bad relationship. That's the one I don't want to be a part of. That's the one I don't want to get to know. Why? Because you have to protect yourself. Okay, you have to protect yourself. A lot of times you got to protect yourself from certain people, because some people don't fit in your life, and some in your life don't fit in certain people's life. You may got too much good, they may have too much bad. And you have to be okay with having a small group of people, or sometimes maybe just yourself, to just get along with. I always try to find myself to try to get along with a lot of people, or get along who I think, all because of a short communication. A short communication. And when you have a short communication with certain people, you try to build off that, but sometimes that don't always work. Sometimes that don't always work. So you have to really know how bad relationships are formed. You have to know how bad relationships are formed. You have to know what causes a bad relationship. How do I understand what's a bad relationship? Sometimes it ain't just with people, sometimes it with family members. Okay, sometimes it with family members. Family members, I got people in my family that I don't talk to. And I have reasons why I don't talk to certain people in my family because I see how they are. And some of y'all got family members, y'all know how they is too. Some of y'all got family members, y'all be like, I ain't trying to be a part of that. They do too much. They say this, they do this. Everybody got somebody in their family, they like, no, I don't want to be a part of that at all. So you have to discern and really know who's for you and who's not for you. You got to figure that out. You got to really look at it like, I don't want to be a part of no one that has bad traits about them. Okay. And I'm learning it each and every day, you know, that to really just understand who and who's not for me. Because if I don't understand who's for me, then I don't want to be a part of that person because that person could lead me the wrong way. Like people can't influence you heavily when you don't understand your worth. Or people will influence you heavily when you don't understand who you need to stand against and who you need to not stand against. Because sometimes it ain't always about um yourself, it's about them too. So you got to kind of look at that. So when it comes to having bad relationships, you got to just really look at life and really look at people from a different point of view. Thanks those for joining on in. So you got to really look at it differently for certain people. um I remember when I would say when I was growing up, but I remember when I was younger and I tried to be in a relationship with someone because I thought that they was for me. Okay, they was for me. I tried to be in a relationship with someone that I liked it, but they didn't like me back. Sometimes people would not like you back and don't tell you until you start seeing certain signs of it. Okay, you will have people that not secretly like you back, and because you don't discern or look at it, you automatically think y'all got something going because of just of a conversation. No, it's more than that. It's more than that. It's more than just trying to talk to someone and get to know them, because if they're not giving you the same back, it takes effort. It takes effort to have a good relationship with someone. You got to do your part. They got to do their part. You got to communicate. They got to communicate. If they're not doing that with you, then they let you know you need to fall back before it becomes serious or before it goes a long period of time. I used to want that all the time. When I tried to be in a relationship or try to be with someone that I felt like it can go good and it didn't, I wasted years. Bad relationships can waste years. Okay, it can waste years trying to convince someone or try to be with someone that don't see the same thing in you. And I got hurt by that many times. That's why I can get on here and say on TikTok and YouTube that I know what a bad relationship is because I've been hurt by it many, many times. And I try to convince myself that it will work and it didn't. I try to convince myself that it would work and it didn't because I was being naive. I was overthinking. I wasn't really taking it what it was. I didn't want taking it seriously. I wasn't taking it seriously. And I got hurt. And I got hurt. So, I mean, in this generation, I feel that it's okay if you're not in a relationship with someone if you're single. For most women, you know, most men will look at it like, "Oh, why are you single? Why are you single? You're beautiful. You're beautiful. You're beautiful. Beautiful." I mean, a woman should know that automatically about themselves. Just like a man should know that he handsome, he should already know that about themselves. It's not so much as just telling someone what they want to hear. You have to build something with that person. You have to build some confidence with that person to get them to understand, like, okay, yeah, you're beautiful. What do you want out of life? What do you want to go? How do you see yourself in 5 years? That's why I feel like you should build off when you're communicating with someone about those things. And when you do that, it helps build something. It builds confidence. It builds faith because that's what everyone wants. Everyone wants to have confidence about themselves. Everyone wants to have confidence about themselves, you know. And I'm glad that I'm able to get on platforms like this on TikTok and YouTube to talk about stuff like this and to continue to build this brand, continue to build my stream, continue to go live, continue to just have people to watch the replay. Thanks to those who are going to watch the replay. Thanks for those that's watching me right now. And I just want to continue to build off this because I know deep down I can look back on these videos and say, like, man, I really said something that really stuck out. I really did. Thanks to all for joining. I really appreciate it. But yeah, bad relationships, it's toxic. It's toxic. Everybody that have been in a relationship have probably known that they don't want to deal with nobody that is bad for them, you know. And you can't really have that mindset like everybody's good because everyone's not good. Everyone's not good. Everyone doesn't see you the same way you see yourself. Some people don't like certain things about you. They may not like that your hair longer than theirs. It could be small petty stuff. Some people may think you weird because something that you agree with that they don't agree with, and they thinking that something is wrong with you when something could be wrong with them. But some people don't see themselves as you see them. The every day you look yourself in the mirror, you see what's in your eye, what's in your nose, on your mouth, what's in your hair. You see that every single day. Some people they see themselves every day in the mirror and don't see nothing wrong, but they go to work and they see everything else about someone else. How is that possible? How is it possible? How is it possible that you looking on the outside more than you looking on the inside? Because you can't discern it. And sometimes I do switch on spiritual stuff on here too. Sometimes you can't discern what someone's dealing with on the inside. You're gonna discern on the outside. So you judge. So you judge. But yes, like I said, bad relationships comes from a part of it takes effort to build something. If you don't have effort, if you're not doing what the other person's willing to do, then it's not gonna work. If I'm calling you or texting you and I don't hear from you in days or the whole day, it's obviously you don't want to talk to me. It's obviously. And I used to come from a place in my life where I felt I needed the attention. I needed to have their attention. I needed someone to recognize me and look at me and value me because I didn't have enough confidence within myself to value myself. I didn't have enough confidence to value myself. I had to lean on someone to help me out. I had to lean on someone to show me what I need to say, how I need to treat them, and where I need to go. Because I didn't have that confidence within myself. I had low self-esteem. I didn't believe in myself growing up. I didn't believe that I was capable. I didn't believe in a lot of things that I do now because I wasn't put to have that kind of understanding. I was put down. I had to find ways and look at other people's lifestyle and be like, you know what? I want that about myself because I didn't have nobody to coach me and had nobody to push me. And I did things and I made bad choices, but I ain't had nobody to push me and try to make me better. I just had people say, "Oh, you gonna be all right, you gonna be good, you gonna be fine, you gonna be straight." Like that ain't telling nobody nothing. That's just people way of not want to deal with certain stuff. Okay, so I've learned and still learning. Like I don't want no part of bad relationships because I know like trying to invite new people or have new friends can be bad too because some people they will get the information from you and make it big or make it turn out in the wrong way. So that's why it kind of for me so hard to make new friends or to try to get new friends because I've been hurt before and I try to like protect that wound. You know, sometimes if you've been hurt so many times, that wound can turn bigger and bigger and bigger and bleed. And you got to keep putting bandages and alcohol and medicine and everything when you hurt yourself physically, but emotionally, it could be the same thing. Psychologically, it can be the same thing. So you got to try to protect yourself by any means from whoever. Okay. So it's all about learning and growing and learning that you don't want to be in any type of bad relationship. You don't want to invite people in your life that's not going to stay. And if people wants to go, then they're going to go. And you have to live with that. It's people in my life I wanted to stay, but they didn't want to. So I had to choose to either think about it or move on my life. And I choose to move on my life because I don't want to hold on and hoping what could have been, what did have been. Because life is precious and it's short, and it's not about trying to hold on to people for so long they don't want to be held on. You got to think about yourself. You got to think about your needs. You got to think about your life, your future, and not think about no one else. You got to think about what you want out of life, and you got to constantly continue to do that. You got to want to know what you want out of life and constantly continue to do that. And don't be afraid to step out on faith and try new things. You know, you can't be afraid of that. You got to constantly keep jumping over hurdles in life. Okay. Thank y'all for joining. I really appreciate it. You got to constantly think jumping over hurdles in life. Sometimes you got to jump. You don't have to jump from bad relationship to bad relationship. That's not what I'm saying. But you don't want to jump in bad relationships and stay in them. You don't want to jump in bad relationships and stay in them. You don't want to just invite people in your life or have people come in your life that's going to walk away or walk away and damage something that you hold dearly because it can happen. It happened to me so many times. There are a lot of people to come in my life and they took away something that I gave them. You know, they took away something that I gave them. I gave them my trust. I gave them my heart. I gave them my joy. I gave them something that I hold dearly to me, and they took it and never gave me theirs because they didn't want to. They didn't want to. And as much as I wanted to have a relationship with them, I couldn't because I couldn't get nothing back. They didn't give me nothing to work with. That's another thing that's wrong with bad relationships. When you try to give someone something and they don't give you the same thing back, then you don't force it. I try to force things so many times to try to make it work, but it didn't work. And I got hurt by it because I was trying to force something or trying to make something happen. You can't do it on your own. No relationship work if you don't do it on your own. Try to do it on your own. And I end up getting hurt so many times from it. But now that I'm older and I'm wise and I'm still learning about certain things, I kind of look at stuff totally different. I'd rather have peace in my life, alone, enjoying life, watching things that make me laugh instead of just sitting looking at other people and see what they do. Because that's all people gonna show you what they want you to show you on social media. They fabulous lifestyle. They ain't gonna show you their struggles. They gonna show you their fabulous lifestyle. Okay, that's what some people want you to see. So when you look at that, you think, "Oh, they got it good. They're like that." Like, no. I mean, can you blame anybody? They're gonna show they lifestyle or what they're going through? No, because they feel like people gonna judge and mislead them and everything else. So you have to constantly continue to understand what brings bad relationships. Some of y'all may already know what bad relationships are, so there's no need. But sometimes it's good to have a reminder because The more you continue to know, the better you become, and then it will just take you so far in life when you get older. You can tell other some people about bad relationships. Okay, make sure y'all heart the screen on TikTok. If I'm saying anything good, tap 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 that screen. Also on YouTube. You know, I mean, I tried so many times to try to be in relationships that went bad because I was the first one to give and didn't get nothing back. I'm gonna give you my humor, my heart, my joy. I'm gonna give you these things, and I ain't getting nothing back. But then again, I'm always the one get hurt, and I'm like, well, why they ain't giving me, the same thing back? Because they don't give it back. They're not gonna give it back if they don't feel like they don't care. Why be in a relationship with someone that don't care? You're wasting your time, and I wasted a lot of times with people that didn't care, and I had to learn it, and I had to pull back. I had to pull back from that table. I had to pull back from certain people. Like, I got in that recliner chair and pull back. Like, no, like finesse two times. No, I had to pull back from certain people. I'm like, no, you ain't about to get me. You ain't about to have me walk around my head down and sad and miserable and can't sleep and wonder why I had and stressing out and all that other stuff. No, I'm too young to stress. I'm too young to stress. If you want to do what you, let you do you and walk away and be happy being me. Sometimes you got to be happy being alone. You can't always invite people in your life because some people they go live their lives. You got to live yours. It's okay to be alone and be single. You don't have to be in a relationship with nobody. You choose to be in a relationship because you want people to understand who you are. You want that company. Okay? You want that company. I ain't gotta have nobody in my life. Long as I got me and I got God and I got people that I trust. I ain't gotta have everybody in my life. Because some people don't fit in my life. But thank God I have people that do fit in my life so I can give to them that they can give to me. It takes effort to avoid bad relationships. It takes effort. It takes two people or more than one person to have good relationships. Because so many times I tried to build a relationship with someone and it didn't work. All because of I was doing more and they was doing less. I was doing more and they was doing less. So you find yourself in a relationship. I don't care. It don't have to be boyfriend and girlfriend. It can just be with a family member. It could be with anybody. It can be with a coworker. It could be it could be with anybody. If you find yourself in a relationship and you doing more and they doing less, walk away from it. Don't stress yourself out. Don't try to be a part of it because bad relationships always seem to not go far. Go far. It always will not go far. It's toxic. It will have you just really thinking, are you the problem? See, people will have you thinking you're the problem because something not working, and then you have to change stuff about yourself. You have to change stuff. I'm talking from my own experiences. I may not experience this, but I'm talking about my own experience. You may have to change something within yourself to try to make the other person happy, and then that's not always the key. It's not about you changing yourself, unless they ask you, "Can you change?" And if they're willing to change, if they're not willing to change, and you change stuff about yourself, you don't need to do that. You be you. For those that's watching me on TikTok and on YouTube, you be you. You stay true to yourself. Stay true to yourself. Don't worry about who don't like you for who you being you. You can be whoever. But don't change because other people want you to change and they're not willing to change. Especially if they're in a relationship with you. And I mean by relationship, I'm not talking about dating. I'm not talking about marriage. I'm simply talking about friendship also. Or trying to build something. Because I used to get hurt so many times. And sometimes when you do get hurt, it scars you. It's a permanent wound that scars you. And you will always have that in your life, in your heart for a long time. And you don't know how to deal with it. Sometimes you just talk about it or try to ignore it. But most times that it will hurt you. And people won't see it unless they have a strong discernment. Thank you for the one person that's watching me on YouTube. You got to have a strong discernment. You got to really wake up every day and be happy within yourself. Be happy within yourself, knowing like, man, this another day. Regardless of what you got going on, that's nobody's business. But every single day, be happy. When I mean by be happy, thank God that you woke up. Thank God that you about to start your day. Thank God, whatever is in front of you, guess what? You knock it down. Oh, that's my God, sis. You knock it down. Thank you. Whatever's in front of you right now, you knock it down. You knock it down with your confidence. You knock it down with your faith. You knock it down with prayer, whatever it is, music, whatever it is. You knock the obstacles in your life down. That's how you get over stuff. That's how you overcome stuff. And don't let somebody tries to be a part of your life that has bad tensions, because some people do. Some people have bad tensions and they try to be a part of your life and go try to drain you and drain your energy. Like, no, I don't want you part of my life and everything. That's why, for some people, like I said, it's okay being single. Trust and believe. There's nothing wrong with being single at all. If you married, that's good. If you're in a relationship, that's good. You single, that's good. Just because you're single don't mean you need somebody. You don't. You just had to have that confidence in yourself saying you good, you okay. You don't have to be a part of everybody's life. Everybody don't need to know you. Everybody doesn't need to know who you about. Some people try to come in your life because they have toxic ways and they trying to get just a little bit of information to turn into a whole lot. And I've been part of relationships like that has went bad. Yes, it is a blessing. It's a blessing. It's a blessing to really learn about yourself. And when you really learn about yourself, that's how you can really. I learned so much about myself. Putting out my confidence is so good. I have a fence with barbed wire. A fence with barbed wire. That's how much I'm protecting myself. And I'm living each and every day. It's my best. I may not have a lot of stuff that other people have, and I don't want to have all that. Just give me peace. Give me peace. Let me see peace. Let me have peace. Let me have peace. Let me have stuff to make me laugh. Let me bring stuff that make people smile and make people feel good about themselves. Give me that. Don't give me no drama, no toxic people. I don't want that. Sometimes I can look at other people and be like, I don't want what they got going on. I don't want nothing. I used to see people in bad relationships. I be like, I could never be in that. And then you mess around, you be in it. He beating on her. She beating on him. He cheated on her. She cheated on him. He talked to somebody in her family. She talked to somebody in his family. All that bad relationships. It's too much. That's why you got to discern. Thank you for 3 people that's watching me. That's why you got to discern certain things in life. You got to discern certain people. If you don't, you will not understand. Okay? You will have people try to come in your life that ain't no good for you. That ain't no good. They try to come in your life and try to brand their toxic ways and they try to hide behind it with a smile. Want to be your friend. Why you want to be my friend so bad? Why you want to be my friend? Why you want to get to know me? What's really going on? What's really going on? Why you want to get so close to me? Why you want my phone number? Why you want my social media? What you trying to know? And that's what people do. That's what people do. They want to get to know you, but not the way that you think. They're trying to get to know you so they can start analyzing your life. They don't know you. They know you through social media. And if you don't even got a social media, that's still good. But some people still will try to get more information about you and judge. And judge. So going back to what I said before, having a good relationship takes effort. It takes effort. Having a bad relationship is less effort. Sometimes it could be 70-20. Sometimes it could be 150. Sometimes it could be 25-24. It becomes that way because some people won't meet you where you want to be met. Okay. So you have to really look at certain people and be like, you know what? I don't need this in my life. I don't need certain things. I don't want the bad relationships. Okay. But one thing I do know, a lot of people pay attention to bad relationships. So bad relationships ain't always a good thing. A lot of people pay attention to bad relationships. A lot of people be looking at bad relationships because most bad relationships are the biggest than good relationships. A lot of people don't really hear too much about good relationships. They want to pay attention to the bad ones. Oh, he messed around with her sister. Oh, he messed around with her brother. Oh, he slept with her mama. Oh, he did this. It get a lot of attention on social media. I agree. That's why I'm noticing like most bad relationships get more attention. People feed off of it like leeches. They feed off of it. They want to pay. They want to know what the drama is and everything like that. Especially when it comes to social media. That's why you should tell people everything. Because people will clock in and lock in and watch you every single day just to know your lifestyle and what they can tell other people about. Oh, go watch this person on there. They talk about they got 5 baby daddies, or they got 5 baby mamas. Oh, they mess around with her sister, or they mess around with her brother. People pay attention to that. And it's crazy to me how this social media thing works. But it's true. But it's true. It's what's out there. It what keeps things going. Especially when it comes to shows. I mean, a lot of people have their favorite shows they be watching. They got toxic relationships in it because it pays the views, the views, the views. If it ain't about the numbers, that's what it's all about. When it comes to certain things, it's all about the numbers. If the numbers are hidden, people will watch. If the numbers ain't hidden, people ain't gonna watch. They ain't gonna pay attention to if it ain't about the numbers. That's how some jobs are. Some jobs are like that. If it ain't about the numbers, thank you, Indy. Some jobs, there's certain numbers they gotta hit. And if they not hitting them numbers, then they gonna look at the people that's around them like, what are y'all doing? You're messing up our numbers. Bring them up. Bring them up. Keep them up. That's how certain bad relationships are. The more bad it is, the more people go watch because they can talk about it. If it's good, it's okay, but it ain't. It don't get people to scroll or subscribe or follow or tune in on WeTV on Zeus. People want to see that, but because that's what's trending. It's the views, and views bring a lot of attention. And when views bring a lot of attention, it brings a lot of people to watch and to pay attention, and that's when it started bringing in money. That's when the money started coming in. Okay, so I mean, I remember talking to a coworker of mine. She was talking about going viral. I'm like, I don't want to go viral. That's not me. I don't want to go viral. I try to stay away from going viral. I don't want people to be watching me, following me all the time, trying to know, inboxing me, asking me what I'm gonna do. No, I'm stay gonna stay low above the radar. Now, if I'm blessing somebody and I'm helping somebody, cool. But I'm not about to go viral. And if I do go viral, let it be something fun. Let it be something fun that I can be able to catch people and help people. Let it be that. Don't let it be something that people go like, oh, look what he did. He didn't fell down and hurt his head and he bleeding. Because a lot of people like to pay attention to that. Okay? A lot of people like to pay attention to that. So I've learned throughout the years, and I'm glad some people are watching me right now. I've learned throughout the years that some things don't need to be added to your life. Bad relationships don't need to be added to your life. If you want to be private, good for you. If you want things in your life to be private, good for you. Only share what you want to share. People ain't got to know certain things about you, and they can get mad all they want. Oh well, why would you get mad at someone else for living their life? Why would you get mad at someone that wants to be private? They want to share everything. They don't want to talk about their children. They don't want to talk about their parents. They don't want to talk about why they live in an apartment by themselves and they live in a whole nother state. Why are you so concerned? What are you trying to get out of this? You have people that try to dig deep and try to get stuff from you. They don't need it. Why? It amazes me. You so caught up in someone else's life, you forget about your own life. You got to live for you. You can't live for them. You want to? Why do you want to know about someone else was doing through social media? Okay. Do you know people got the power to block and unfollow, so you ain't got to watch? And some people they go to the stream and make a whole new account, still trying to follow somebody that blocked them. Why? I believe social media is a gift and a curse. But like I said, it's about the numbers. Bad relationships start up the numbers. If I was to get on here and talk about some of the most toxic, bad relationships I've ever been in, watch my views go up. Watch my views go up. From being 5 to 10 to 20 to 25 to 100 to 20, it's going to go up so dramatically within days because people are going to be sharing it because they want other people to tune in. And that's bad. They want other people to tune in to know about my business. No, I'm not about to share my business on social media like that so other people can watch, so they can be judging me and talk about me regardless of what I got going on. No. Thank you, Indy, for the hearts. You can send a gift too. But I don't want other people to know what I got going on. I don't even want certain family members to know what I got going on. Thank you. I don't want certain family members to know what I got going on. So I'm moving in silence. I'm moving so I don't want everybody to watch and see. Make sure y'all heart it up on TikTok and on YouTube. Tap the screen, share, like, comment, subscribe. So I've learned throughout the years that you have to really avoid bad relationships. You have to learn without the years to avoid bad relationships. You know, and I understand why some women, because you have some women on here, they feel like they want a good man. What defines a good man? Oh, someone that looks handsome, someone that cleans themselves up, someone that looks good, someone that smells good, someone that got a good paying job, they got a nice heart. Okay, a man can have all those things. Any man can have all those things. But if his life is not in order, because most men are like my life wasn't in order. If his life wasn't in order, then why would you be with him knowing that he's not going to help you? Because he ain't going to help you. He gonna try to get something from you before you give him something. He gonna try to be like, you going along with this man because he got a good paying job, he doing this, he doing that, and he look good. Okay. But he drinks a lot. You don't know that until you start being around him. He lies a lot. He telling you that he got to go to work late, and you like, okay. And he keep doing it every single week when he actually talking to someone else going to their house. And you thinking he care about you, he talking to somebody else. But you love him. See, that was one thing. Sometimes love can make you blind. If you thinking love is all about one thing, love can make you blind. If you looking at it from a not from a physical point of view, but an emotional point of view. And mentally. See, I used to be in love. Well, I thought I was in love because I was only looking at that person mentally. I was imagining what would be like with that person. And I never told that person how I felt. So my imagination kicks off all the time. thinking about what it'll be like to be with this person. And then when this person told me that they didn't like me like that, I got crushed. And I should have told this person from the beginning when we started building a friendship how I felt. And I didn't do it. I didn't do it. I kept it to myself because I was just like, man, I really like her. We talk, we communicate. She's pretty, all this other stuff. But I didn't tell her how I actually felt. Like I felt like when it comes to certain things, if you really feeling somebody, tell that person. And if it goes somewhere, go with it. But if it don't, let it be cool. There's nothing wrong with being friends with someone from the opposite sex. There's nothing wrong with that. But I think we get too attached, and they used to be me. I used to get attached quick. I used to get attached like short conversation wise, and then next thing you know, we start talking more, and I get attached. And then I start developing feelings, and I got hurt. I was always put in the friend zone because I didn't understand. But now I do. Now I do. Now I don't try to just be in anybody's life because like I said, some people have bad tensions. Some people have bad tensions. Some people don't need to be a part of your life because they will drain you. They will have you doing stuff for them more than you do stuff for them. And you end up being like, oh, why they always asking me for money? Why they always asking me what I'm doing? Why they always asking me where I want to go somewhere? I just want to be left alone. Can I be left alone? Can I not be bothered? Can I just have peace to myself and think and just don't be bothered? So, like I said, sometimes people will get on your nerves so much. They feel like you got to be doing something all the time. No. Sometimes I just want to relax day. I don't want to be on social media. I don't want nobody to bother me. I don't want nobody to inbox me, what you doing? Can I buy? No. That's too much. It's too much. You know? A peaceful day for me. Thank y'all for joining. A peaceful day for me is not being bothered. Not really be to be honest, not even being on social media gives me peace because I ain't gotta watch everybody. Sometimes if I'm bored, I'm not doing nothing, then I'll get on social media. But half of the time I don't get on social media. Half of the time I'm looking at YouTube videos trying to learn how to cook. I'm learning how to cook. I'm learning how to become a producer. I'm learning how to podcast. I'm teaching myself stuff so I don't have to go pay nobody to do nothing. So that's what I'm learning. I'm teaching myself. I'm teaching myself how to do so I ain't got to go to nobody else and learn. So I'm teaching myself how to cook more. I'm teaching myself how to become a producer. I'm teaching myself how to become a podcast influencer. I'm teaching myself these things. So I'm not teaching myself these things, then I can be able to do more for my social media platform instead of just scrolling. Oh, look what they doing. Oh, see what they doing. Oh, look what they doing. Scroll. No. Make sure y'all share this also. Make sure those on TikTok and YouTube share this. Continue to like the screen. Continue to like the live. Okay? Like I said, it's all about the numbers. It's all about the numbers. Okay? If you want to be in thank you, Indy. If you want to be in a bad, well, let me take the back. So how to avoid a bad relationship. Let me stick with the topic. How to avoid a bad relationship. Number one, never assume the person will be honest with you if you're honest with them more. Never assume the person will be honest with you if they're not honest with sorry. Never assume the person will be honest with you if you're honest more. Because if you're honest more, then sometimes they could be holding back. It could be many reasons why they're holding back. Never know. But sometimes they could be holding back. Number two, if they seem like they always get angry quick, if they seem like they get angry quick. If you were like, let's go do something, I don't do all that. Or they might try to make you feel like it's your fault or you're the bad person. They're not willing to do nothing. They don't want to go get no ice cream. They don't want to go walk nowhere. They don't want to watch no movie. They don't want to cook with you. They don't want to dance. They don't want to do nothing. But same old, same old. They ain't trying to do nothing fun. They don't want to go to no concert. They don't want to go to church. They don't want to watch a movie. They don't want to do a TikTok video. They just want to be just do what they want to do. Like, come on now, that's a bad relationship. That's a bad relationship. I ain't about to have you just being with me and you don't want to do nothing fun. You want to be out in the streets. You want to sit there and twerk all day. You're like, no, that ain't for me. I pull away from that. I'm all about having fun. I'm all about enjoying life. I love my friends. I love the people that's in my life. That's what I'm about. I'm about having fun. Cause when you're gone, you're gone. When you're gone, you're gone. So I'm all about living life happy, peaceful, healthy. I'm all about those. I'm all about those things. You know, I'm not about drama. I'm not about bad relationships. I've been too many bad relationships in my life. And like I said, I've been hurt by bad relationships because I was trying to be that good person and go to the other person and be like, "Hey, I'm a good person. Let's get to know one another." Sometimes you ain't get to know people. You don't need. Mm-mm. You need to observe with your eyes how other people is. You need to look and be like, "Oh, you like to say this. You like to do this." Nah, I'm good. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. You like to talk about everybody else's business. I see you talk about somebody else's business. You share the other bit. I heard you. You was sharing somebody else's business about who they think about at work, or you was sharing somebody else's business about what you saw. No, I'm not about to be a part of your life. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Don't get me started on family members, because family members can be part of that bad relationship too. You may got an aunt or uncle or cousin or second cousin, niece, nephew, grandma, whoever. That's a bad. I tried to say it in a way that makes sense. But you got somebody in your family like, they messy. They like to talk about it kind of way. They feel like they got money, they better than anybody. They talk to you any kind of way when they start drinking. Or they talk to you like you a child, make you feel like you a child. Like, no, I'm moving away from that. I'm moving away from that. I'm not about to be a part of nothing. That's why, some people don't go to family reunions. And then most time when people come together, it's a funeral, and then they got like they so sad because somebody gone, and then next thing you know, they do the same old thing. I'm not about to be a part of that. I don't care. You know, I got family. Some of I talk to maybe about 3 people in my family, mostly on a regular basis. But I don't talk to everybody in my family. No, because I know how some people is. Just because we was raised together in the same house and the same grandma, same granddaddy, it don't matter. Because when I became a man, I make my own decisions. When I became a man at 18, I make my own decisions, my own choices. When you became a grown woman, you make your own choices and your own decisions. Who you want in your life and who you don't. And can't nobody get mad about it. If you get your number changed and you only give it to certain people, can't nobody get mad about it. That's your life. You do what you do. You're an adult. If you don't want to have a relationship with nobody, you don't have to. If y'all got questions, please let me know in the comments. If you got questions about anything, please let me know in the comments. Okay. But yeah, you don't have to. Just like I was telling My goss is on. She said being single is a blessing. It is. You don't have to be with nobody. You don't. You can be happy being single and living your life to the best of your ability. That way you ain't gotta have nobody saying what you doing, how you doing, let's go here, let's go here. I mean, every now and then it's okay. It's okay to go out every now and then if that's your thing. But you don't want to be a part of something, you don't want to be a part of nothing that's gonna stress you out or make you feel like you gotta do more. Okay? You don't want to be a part of that because some people make you feel like you got to do more. If you don't do this for them, then you're wrong. If you don't do this for them, then you're wrong. You ain't about to manipulate me and have me thinking that I'm wrong. Okay? Just because I got this new job, just because my house is big, just because I got this new car, just because I got married or I got this job promotion, just because I have a child, just because I got things in my life going because you ain't about to make me feel that you're entitled when I'm doing this, when I'm putting in the work, when I'm doing this day by day, sacrifices, sacrifices. Everybody's not going to sacrifice as much as you. Everybody's not going to put in the work as much as you. I'm doing this TikTok and YouTube live because I want to be able to influence other people. I love talking to people. I love interacting with people. I don't want to just be the only one interacting. I love interacting with people. I love talking about different topics and different ideas and how to learn and how to grow. That's me. I'm doing something that I love doing. I don't want to just work a job 9 to 5 for the rest of my life. No, I want this to be my brand. If I choose to, but I want this to be my brand. This is something that I love doing. You know, this is something that I love doing. And it may lead me to reach out or or connect with other YouTubers, but sometimes I won't need to connect with other YouTubers because some of them may have bad intentions. Some of them may have. Okay, make sure y'all continue to share the live and like screen. Thank you. But yeah, I don't want to be a part of no bad relationship. Mm-mm. I don't want to be a part of no bad relationship at all. I remove myself. I remove myself from people that got that kind of mindset because I'm at the age where I'm older now. And like I said, I want peace. I want joy. I want happiness. I want to be able to do stuff that's fun. I want to be able to do stuff that I don't have to be follow the crowd. That's why I don't go to clubs. I don't. I don't go to clubs. I used to. I don't go to clubs no more. I'm home a homebody. I just work and go home. I go out every now and then and do something fun, but I don't really go to clubs. It's not for me. For everybody else, that's their way of hey, turning up. It's the weekend. It's the week over with. I'm about to have a good time. Do you? I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. Certain things is just you get to a certain age, certain stuff it's not for you anymore. You get to a certain age. You really gotta think like, I'm older now. You know, I'm not young. I can't do what young people do. That's what I'm saying. I'm too old to be in bad relationships, even though bad relationships happen. But certain things you just outgrow. You mature more. You learn more. And I used to have bitterness so much from bad relationships. A lot of bitterness. Ooh, I used to walk around with grudges a lot. Someone did me wrong. Ooh, I want back wrong and happen right back to you, but not no more. Nah, I'm like, you know what? Psh, bunk that. I'm gonna live me. Is there any way to stop being bitter? Yes, it is, Indy. Thank you so much for the question. Um, a way to stop being bitter is just accepting what it is and moving from it. Accepting what it is. If that's what it's gonna be, and you have no control over that, accept it for what it is and move from it. That's how you keep yourself at peace. That's how you keep yourself going. That's what motivates you. Because certain things in life you just can't control at all. You ain't got no remote. You can't, like a TV, you can control your phone, you can control anything else that's man-made control. But relationships you can't control. You can only control yourself. So when you feel yourself getting that way towards someone that does you wrong or didn't understand you or make you feel like you were stupid or make you feel like you wasn't making sense or make you feel like you was doing too much, let it be. Let it be. And then sometimes you can also talk to that person about it, but if they don't see it the way you see it, let it go. Let it go. My God said there's nothing in the streets for me. Exactly. Ain't nothing out there but same old. Like, I'm too old for that. Just today, I just saw something happen back in Louisiana. Sad tragedy. Sad tragedy. But I'm into the age where I'm too old for certain stuff, you know. Make sure if you got more questions, hit me with questions. Hit me. I'm looking on YouTube and TikTok, so I'm good with answering questions. But yeah, and it takes a lot of maturity and understanding to get over bitterness. Because they used to be me. I used to be bitter towards my dad, but not no more. Not no more because I feel like my dad didn't love me. I feel like he didn't love me. When you feel like somebody don't love you, it makes you feel like, what did I do? What did I do that I need to change about myself so they can love me more? And sometimes you're not the problem. It's them. Sometimes you're not the problem. You're not the problem why people don't love you. It's a given choice. It's a given choice of why someone wants to love you or make you feel like you're appreciated. Everybody wants to feel appreciated. Everybody. What if you do something good on the job, or being a good mother, or being a good father, being a good friend, or being a good daughter, being a good brother, being a good aunt, whatever it is, everybody wants to feel appreciated. Okay? If you do something good, you want to hear somebody say thank you. Or you tell somebody happy birthday, thank you. You open the door for somebody, thank you. That's making someone feel appreciated by telling them thank you. If someone don't say nothing, and then it's like, rude, rudeness, no home training. Don't nobody. I'm pretty sure you over the age of 17. Someone should have told you how to say please and thank you, or show some type of respect. And if you don't show that type of respect, then I'm not going to deal with you. I'm serious about this, y'all. I pull away from certain people. I have a question. If the other person is the problem, how will you go about approaching the person? By simply asking them and getting an answer. If they beating around the bush and not telling you, or they making it feel like you're the problem more than them, then it seems like there's something that they feel and it's something that you need to just be like, okay, I know how to deal with you. Because if I have a problem with someone, I mean, everybody should be an adult when it comes to certain things. But if I come to you, adult to adult, and I say, hey there, a long time. Hey, I remember you used to be on Periscope. If you go to somebody and you say, hey, I got this problem, and they were like, well, I don't know. I mean, I guess that's no. Or you go to somebody and you say, hey, can we talk? No matter if it's over the phone, in person, or text message. And they should be able to give you their attention by saying, hey, this is the problem that I have. And you just not going towards somebody harsh. It's going to them firmly within love. I'm sticking to the Bible sometimes too, with firm and love. So you go to somebody in love, but you go to them firm because you're like, okay, I need some clarification about what I'm about to say. And I hope you don't take it the wrong way, because I don't mean it in a tone way. I don't mean it in a way that I'm about to say it. I mean it in a tone of love, but I'm firm about it because I really need to know. And they should tell you how you feel, and you should tell them how they feel. It's about understanding. That's how you build. Okay, that's how you build certain things. We have that understanding. If you don't have that understanding with someone, then it's something that they're holding back or something they don't want to tell you. Sometimes it could be shame on their end. I used to have shame because I used to like won't tell people what I'm really dealing with or how I actually feel. Or sometimes I feel like I didn't get the answer that I wanted to get, so I pull back. You know, I pull back. But most times it's just doing it out of love. So I hope my God sister answer your question. It's just doing it out of love and out of firm. So you going to them correctly, you going to them with that energy. You're not bringing energy up and down. You just going up their energy, be like, okay. Now sometimes they can bring their energy up based on what you ask. When you're like, wait a minute, why are you getting so turned up? Why are you getting so mad? Why you gotta raise your voice and talk to me like I'm a child when I'm not? Why you feel like I'm attacking you when I'm not attacking you? Because some people feel that way. Some people feel like you attacking them based on what you say. Oh no, 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 no. And it's mostly, you know, that sign of guiltiness when you try to overtalk somebody that's talking to you in a normal tone. That is a sign of guiltiness, guilt, and you trying to portray that you are not the victim. You are not the victim. But then nobody accuse you of being a victim. It's just that fear has you to be in defense mode, and you trying to cover it up by overreacting and showing that you always care when you don't. Okay? We detect a intervention during your trial. I don't know what TikTok talking about. But anyway, um, what I was saying? Oh, but yeah, it's just how you approach somebody. You're doing it out of love, and you're doing it out of firm. Discussing how to deal with bitterness and build healthy relationships. Yes, AI summary. So dealing with bad relationship, first you got to understand bad relationships can come from many forms, but you don't want to be a part of anything that can hurt you emotionally, and mess with you mentally. So you just want to constantly continue to, you know, separate yourself from certain things, separate yourself from certain people, not be a part of what could cause you to have a mental stress point, a mental depressed point, a way that could make you feel that you have to do more than someone doing less, because some people can cause you to want to do more or make you feel like you had to do more. And that used to be me. I felt like I had to do more, and I had to do more. Okay. I felt like I had to do more than someone else. And it was always me, 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 and less, 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 less them. And I was one getting hurt. Okay. So I had to learn, like, sometimes you have to really pull back from some things, and you just have to really just focus on yourself and focus on the things that matter to you. Okay. You got to focus on yourself and things that matter to you, and be okay with that. Like I said earlier in the video, some people are now, right now, publicly and privately, in bad relationships. And for the ones that's publicly, it's just about the numbers. It's about the views. It get people to watch, get people to talk about, especially when it's trending. Especially when it's trending, and everybody want to talk about it and all that other stuff. And it's like your life is evolved, and people see your life clearly. They see your life clearly. They think they know you because of what you post publicly. Probably ain't nobody gonna say nothing unless you post it on social media. People post their relationships all the time. acting like it is what it is. Okay, people post their relationships all the time, and I see it, and sometimes I be like, or sometimes I be like, whoa, or sometimes I be like, ooh, I'm glad I ain't got to deal with that. Okay, but if you private, good for you. You ain't gotta have everybody know what you got going on. Rightfully so, to protect yourself. Thank you for the two people that's joining me on YouTube and watching me on TikTok. But yeah, so learn to have good relationships. I'm gonna switch this to good. Learn how to have good relationships. Learn how to have people in your life that matters, that mean a lot to you, that show you that they want to be a part of your life, that encourages you, that shows you that they care, and they'll reach out to you instead of you reaching out to them. They'll ask, "What do you need? Anything?" Like it feels good when someone say, "Hey, do you need something? What do you need?" My God, sister, tell you, and also uh people on here that know me. Yes, healthy relationships. Yes, 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 yes. Nothing like having a healthy relationship. Having people in your life that means the most to you, that shows you that they care and show you that they willing to, be with you during hard times. You know, when a situation happened to me, I was crying and upset at myself. Okay, I was crying and upset at myself, but I had people in my corner to say, "Hey, keep your head up. Just because you made a bad choice, do not mean you a bad person. Learn from this and move on." I had people to tell me that over and over again because I was so caught up in the bad choice that I made. What is your definition of a healthy relationship? Easy. Definition of a healthy relationship is a relationship that's good on communication. That's number one. If it's good communication, it can be turned into a healthy relationship. What if it's talking on the phone, texting, communicating, email, whatever it is, long as it's a good communication and it's understanding each other's boundaries. Someone has to understand your boundaries and you have to understand their boundaries. Okay. If it's a good communication, let it be. Don't overdo it. Because sometimes you can run somebody the wrong way and they're like, I don't want to talk about this. It's too much. Nah, that's not on my mind. That's not on my agenda. I don't want to talk about this. I can't say certain words on here, but y'all know what I mean. It don't have to be always black and white or black and blue. Okay. Now, with some people, it's diverse. For some people, it's diverse. It depends on what the person want to talk about. But most times with healthy relationships, always good on good communication. Okay, and setting boundaries. You respecting that person respecting you. Okay, that person respecting you and knowing what you like and what you don't like, and they're not trying to go overboard. They ain't trying to say and do something that's going to make you be irritated and make you be annoyed and make you not want to talk to them or block them or change your number. Okay, that's another way of putting about good healthy relationships. Also, is doing for others. If if you do something for them, if they ask you for something, you should be able to give it to them. It ain't always got to be money, but whatever it is, and let it be that. Okay, let it be that. And knowing that you can, knowing that you have these things, these are key things: communication, setting boundaries, and doing for each other. It helps build trust, and that's something that money can't buy. It helps build trust, and that's one of the most beautiful things about a relationship is the trust mode. I can trust you to say something and I know you won't judge me. I can trust you to say and you will give me your honest opinion. I may not want to hear it, but it's your honest opinion. That's what I love about good relationships. It's the trust. It's the healthy relationship. It's the trust. Once that trust is built, but I will say this. Sometimes even though you ain't got no control of the other person, that other person can do something to break that trust, and it could take years. They can do something years later and break your trust. Okay, they can do something years later and break your trust. I've been over here over an hour. Woo. But yeah, so that's my take on bad relationships. I hope this blesses someone that's going to be watching me on the replay. And make sure you share, comment. Also, comment too. On TikTok, you ain't be able to comment, but if you follow me on YouTube, comment any question that you have, and I'll do my best to try to answer it. And I'm gonna try to put the link in my TikTok bio so people can subscribe to my channel and watch me on YouTube. I love each and every one of y'all. Thank y'all so much for watching me on my live. I really appreciate it. And I will be back on here next Sunday, probably 7 o'clock Eastern time. So I will definitely be back. Have a blessed week. Thank you so much. Thank you for joining. Thank you for joining me on YouTube. Make sure y'all have a blessed week. Keep positive, stay positive, keep your head up. Everything will be good. Don't let nothing stress you out. Don't let nothing keep you down, and just get through life the best way you can. And that's how what all that matters. Get through life the best way you can. So I'll see y'all next Sunday at 7 p.m. Eastern time with a different subject, and might try to, just do different things on my channel, and just subscribe to it. Like, comment, subscribe, and follow me on TikTok, Big Turbo Tim. Follow me on YouTube. TW got the juice. TW got the juice. I will see y'all next time on TikTok and YouTube.